Hello everyone, it's Dr. Springer. We're going to go over some more fun APA stuff today. So if we look at this, it's in front of the screen here. This is a quick reference for the APA 6th edition. Probably one of the best ones that I have found yet in a condensed, quick, nice and neat type of PDF form. It's only 2 pages here, so definitely nice. If we look here on the left side here, we got your margins here that you should have 1-inch margin. Text should be double spaced. Single spacing can only be used as needed in tables or figures. Indent paragraphs and block quotation 1/2 inch. Font should be 12 point and Times New Roman. Alright, so that's something to remember there. We go over here to the right here with this title page here, and we got your running head here. So you got the running head and the title there. Running head is flush to the left in the header. Alright, and it should be shortened title, max of 50 characters, all capitalized there. So it's got to be all capitalized there, that shortened title there. One important note is running head, it being spelled out there is only going to appear on your title page. The rest of the pages is just going to have that little paraphrase title there. Got your page number flush on the right header there. Title is concise in 12 words or less. We got our title right there in 12 words or less. Keep author's name in uniform in all publications. So if you're going to be writing papers, keep your name the same way. And you might say, hey, how can I change my name? It's more goes with the middle initial. Some will include it, some won't. Just don't change it each time. Keep it the same. I spell out my entire middle name in mine. And if you want to do that, you can as well. There's nothing against that there. So affiliation at time of study. So with this going to be, the university that you are doing the assignment for. If you're writing a publication in that, then it would be, whoever you are affiliated with there. Title information here, it's going to stay on the top half of the page. It's not going to go below that top half of the page for that title page. It's going to be on that top half there, okay? So that's important to know. That's often missed here. Scroll down just a little bit here. This is another form of a title page here. On the left, you see all the same thing that I went up there before. Again, this has a note. The prefix running head before the shortened title is only used on the title page. So remember that. That's something to remember there. You can probably be counted off if you have that here throughout, or if you don't have it at all there. So definitely make sure you take note of that. This one has an author's note, not really needed with your course assignments. This is more for publication purposes, things more like, with like the theses and stuff like that. Not going to need it, so don't worry about that. Stick with this title page format right over here to the right. We look here, we got the abstract. So your abstract heading is not bold. It is centered at the top of page 2, okay? And there's no indent. You don't have an indent with that abstract there too. So most importantly too, the abstract is typically only between 150 and 250 words. It's not 2 pages, it's not 3 pages. Most times it's not even 1 page. It's a paragraph, maybe 2. It's got to be very short. It's an abstract. We don't need the entire paper in that abstract itself. Just a short little overview of it. And moving on here, we got the actual 3rd page here. We got the intro here. Now you do not use introduction on that. You use your title. The title of your paper is repeated for the intro. It should be centered and should not be bolded. You don't bold that. So we got our intro here. Now we got our first section within the paper right here. That is going to be bolded. That's our level 1 heading. It's going to be centered and it's going to be bold. Okay. There's some stuff here on just the citation stuff. There's another video where I go over the citations, so I'm not going to cover them in this one for you. So definitely look to that other video if you're looking at the in-text citation aspect. One thing to note here, papers usually have only 1 space after punctuation at the end of a sentence, but 2 spaces are going to be preferred in the APA. APA 5th edition changed from the 4th from having 2 spaces, then in the 5th edition it had 1. There was kind of an uproar. It seems kind of funny, but there was an uproar about it, and APA, when the 6th edition came out, I want to say a year and a half or so after the 5th edition, came out really fast, they switched back to that 2 spaces, but they have some leeway within there, but you want 2 spaces between your sentences there. Also here, we got some more citation aspect, which again I'm not going to go over, but we have a level 2 heading. So we have a subsection within a section. So it's kind of, you get a main point, main section, but there's another there's another portion within that section that has some importance. We want to point it out. Then we're going to use a level 2 heading. Level 2 headings are flush to the left in bold. So level 1 heading, meaning you're leading up, that's the main section portion of it. It's going to be centered and bolded. Level 2 headings are going to be left, flush, and bold. That's an important thing to remember there. Now, lists, see we have a list right here in this section here. Lists can be bulleted, numbered, or lettered. See 3.04 for specifics, and that's calling out the specific aspect within the APA manual. I would say with bullets, keep it simple if you're going to use them. The preferred method is probably going to be this number format shown here, but you can use bullets, just keep them simple. None of the check marks or little flower looking things. It's going to be just your plain circle that's filled in that there, but definitely I'd probably go with a number. It's probably the most preferred. Now references, all right? So your reference page, everyone's favorite. Your references is going to be centered at the top of the paper, and it is not bolded. There's nothing after it. There's not a colon after it. There's not a line after it. It's just references, bing, bang, boom, centered. There we go. So definitely look to that. There's a lot of confusion on that. There's a lot of variation I see in papers with students across all the places that I teach. So references centered and not bolded. We do not use citations. We do not use works cited. We do not use bibliography. We use references in the APA 6th edition. Right? References, right here, we got them listed. References are still going to be double spaced as well. All right, so that's definitely some important thing to remember. They're going to be double spaced with a hanging indent. And this right here, if you look on the right screen where my little cursor is, that's a hanging indent right there. So that's what your reference page should look like. Word can do this, all right? Word can do this for you, but you need to get it set up correctly. I believe Word will default to the MLA version because there is some different ways of citing and formatting stuff. There's the MLA, there's the Chicago Tribune, there is another random one out there that I can't think of right now, and then there's APA. So you got to make sure you set up Word correctly. It's a great tool, but if you don't set it up correctly, it could bite you in the butt there, so definitely look at that. One thing to remember, when you use Word, Word defaults to the font Arial. So when you drop your references in, they're probably going to default to that font. You're probably going to highlight them and have to change them to Times New Roman. Also, one thing too, Word will not drop in that references. So you're going to have to put that references heading up there yourself before you insert your reference that you collected and documented within Word. So just an important thing to remember there. So there's some good information for you there. And again, if you have any questions on APA, you can always get in touch with me. You have my information. Or you can go ahead and see the Writing Center. They're always going to be helpful as well. I wanted to go ahead and just put this up for you guys to kind of go over some stuff for you, just so you had a little handy-dandy video to kind of go to and help you out with it. But again, this document is within the course documents, so you can look to this, and this is definitely a great quick reference. This is one that I found a while ago, and I've used probably for the last few years. Definitely something that you're going to want to save in your files for your next classes, your next degree, things like that. So again, if you have any questions on APA 6th edition, you can always get in touch with me, or you can get in touch with the Writing Center. They will definitely help you out as well. All right, take care.